Hello. It's been a fair while now since I did another video. This one I've been working up to, keep getting information like early hours of the morning and stuff like this, so I'm trying to remember to say and I keep forgetting it, so I started writing it down. But it turns out tomorrow I go back to work after 9 months off for 8 weeks, and it's going to be a 5 to 7 day a week, 10 hours a week, 10 hours a day job, so I'm probably not going to have time after tonight to do many, so I've got to kind of try and get this out there now. Basically I want to quick talk about vibration, because I see again a lot of stuff around Facebook that isn't necessarily true, and you don't really want to point to people and say that's a load of BS, you know, because that just spreads lower vibration, which is what we're going to kind of talk about. Now, everything is energy, as we know, and I've touched on this before already, but everything has a vibration as well. Now, the lower vibration energies, they are kind of what we get stuck in. They're addictive, even though they're bad. I mean, you don't get these kind of vibrations up in the higher realms. You know, it's not they can't exist up there. They above like indifference, which is the lowest of the should we say the lowest of the higher ones. Above that there isn't. The indifference and under don't exist. Only exist here. So jealousy and you know, selfishness and all that lot, they only exist here, and this is why people kind of get stuck and they want to hang around down here and they keep wanting to come back, and then they've got to come back because they've collected too much of it and they need to get rid of it, and it just kind of snowballs. So I want to kind of talk about that. Now, obviously, as we know, thoughts change energy. Now, the energy we create is always existing. We don't create the energy. We don't create the energy. The energy already exists. But when we think, we change the energy that's in the space already here. We change that into what we're thinking. Now, I see a lot of memes, I'm going to get the terminology right, internet talk saying you can swear and still be spiritual. Well, no. The trouble is, words don't carry energy, but the thoughts do. Words, when you speak, it just pushes air. The air pushes your eardrum, and your eardrum pushes the bone, and that creates an electrical signal, and that goes to your brain. And my battery's about to run out, so I'm going to have to start again. Bollocks. Right, I'm back. What I was now. Yeah. Words themselves don't change or affect anything vibration. I mean, even me then just swore, which is what this kind of post is about. Now, it's not the words themselves that change vibration and attract energy and all that kind of stuff. It's the thoughts. So, for example, then I said that, yeah, I swear and whatnot, but I kind of try and be careful about who is overhearing, what, you know, the situation, whatever. It's like I could see my friend and be like, "Sup, bitch," you know. For me and him, that's friendly. So it's kind of got that, you kind of get that friendly vibe. Now, if I was to say that to somebody I didn't know, I could mean it to be as a friendly, like upbeat, but to them that might be extremely offensive. Now, with that comes their thoughts. It's their thoughts that create the energy, not the words. So with that, then that lowers their vibration. They then send out energy through their thoughts, like putting me down because I'm the one that said it to them. So they've become offended, and then that again brings down my vibration because they've sent out like a negative energy. Now, negative and positive is only to the perspective of the person that's experiencing energy. So it's okay to go around and say that's a negative energy, that's blah blah blah, but a negative energy to somebody might not be a negative energy to somebody else, and you really shouldn't see them as that. And we're talking about everything here. Our Creator loves everything. You know, He made us. He made us. We are made exactly the same way as He was, and in our true selves, we are not like we are now. We've like created a not self through experiencing all these energy and vibration that isn't us. So our Creator isn't going to go around and say you're all negative energies, because that's what that's what we are to Him. He just loves us regardless. So it's kind of like a bit of a really shouldn't. And it's hard. It's hard even for me to turn around and say, oh, you've got. I try and say like lower vibration energy and entities and things like that, because it really is it kind of negative, puts a bad spin on it when nothing is truly bad, So yeah, you can say it doesn't take a spiritual. You don't have. You can say whatever you like and be spiritual, which is true. But it does affect you, and it affects others around you. Now, if you're truly spiritual, you will know that you don't want the attraction of lesser energy, that karma. So you've always got to think. Now, there's spiritual. It's like everything. Like I say, everything's vibration. The higher your vibration, the more open to new sensations, different senses, because all of the senses and abilities are there. It's just you need the vibration to access it. You've got limited bandwidth. It's like only having a 56k modem, if you're like me and you remember what it's like to be on that and not on broadband. You could really slow. It took you like 3 or 4 days to download a video or a game, and these days it's like that. Now that's the difference when we're talking about vibration. It's the access to the data that will give you those abilities that are working, because like I say, we've all got those abilities, but you need to be able to access them. It's like Reiki. Getting Reiki attunements pushes up your energy and your vibration, and it seals it so it can't come back down. So you do that after the Reiki 1 and then the Reiki 2 and then the Reiki 3, and you can get more after that as well, but they kind of tend to be done by spirit through request rather than human attunements. So when it comes to what you want to gain, what you want to open yourself up to, and the levels you want to get to. Now you could turn around and say, I want to do everything. I want to be clairvoyant, clairaudient. I want to be a medium. I want to be able to touch an object and feel its energy and feel where it needs to go and pick up the trails of like people that you're trying to find and blah blah blah. Now, if you want to do all that, then you've got to try and keep your vibration as high as you can. Now, but it kind of snowballs, because if you think about when you eat meat, and all the negative thoughts that are put on to people that are slaughtering these animals and say they enjoy it and they're kicking it, and the feeling that animal goes through when it gets like pushed into the avatar and slaughtered and blah blah blah. I'm sure you don't need to hear about all this, but all that puts negative energy into the food, and then you consume that, and that lowers your energy. Now, I'm not saying that you won't be able to achieve what you want to achieve if you do eat meat, but you'll find it more difficult because you won't have the vibration. Now, you can compensate that from other things, meditation, spending a lot of time in nature, even thanking the food, thanking whatever like sacrifice and went through all that hardship. If you did that, that would negate all the lower vibration that it's attracted. and you'll be okay to, you know. In fact, because I was speaking to my guide about this, because I've gone, I don't eat meat, and it was a conscious choice about how these animals are treated. I didn't agree with it, and the only way to stop it is to stop putting money into it. And it got worse and worse for me about the suffering that these things go through. Now, at the time, she was saying you could just thank the animals and what they've done for you, and all that lot, and it would actually put positive energy into the food, and then you could eat that, and you're increasing your vibration because they've gone through all that suffering. They've then gained through you thanking them, and get around it like that. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not going to really solve the problem here now. So I thank my food, but I don't eat meat. So it kind of equals out. But there's all kinds of ways. Thanking anything that for the life you've got. Thank your guides for coming here. Thank them for looking after you and for doing what you ask of them, because they're working their butt off for you, and all of that. All these little things increase your vibration. So lighter thoughts, only not like if someone pulls out in front of you, realise that they might not have seen you. They might be on their way to hospital. They might be distracted. They might have their kids screaming in the background, rather than just swearing at them or whatever. And just sit back and think, they're in a bit of a rush. That you won't then generate lower energy for you, which will push you down, and because you're thinking about them, it won't push them down. And just think, oh, they must be having a bad day, send them love. It'll push them up. They might not pull out in front of the next person, and you'll increase your vibration because you've sent out the highest energy there is. So you've just got to be really wary that though you can get away with doing stuff. I say get away. You can do whatever you want, but if you're a spiritual person, you're trying to get the best experience out of life, and try and help other people, which we shouldn't be. You don't say a spiritual person and then you're only doing it for you. You become a spiritual person so you can help others be a spiritual person, and then that again snowballs and brings you up more, opens you up more to the love of our Creator and on all things around, and you start seeing auras and all this wonderful stuff. So you've got to be wary. You can draw a line and say, I only need to do this and this, and be happy with what you've received, and use your skills that you've learnt, that you've got, to help other people, and make them see that they, even though they don't see themselves as having all these abilities, they do. And if you show them, then that's better than just getting people, just doing readings for people and blah 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 blah, or just healing people, or show them that they can do this too, and then it kind of snowballs, and that's how we're going to get out of like the rut that the planet seems to be in at the minute. So yeah, you can get away with this stuff and say what you like, but when it comes to other people, you've got to remember that if you offend them, they might not even say that you've offended them, but if they think it, that's where it comes from. It doesn't come from their words, it comes from their thoughts. And that was kind of really what I wanted to say there before I go. And I've got, unfortunately, time's going to start getting a bit short, but I'll certainly be on about on there, keeping an eye out for people that need help, and if any of you guys you need help doing something or learning something, or having weird experiences and you need just a bit of a nudge in the right direction, then by all means you're all welcome to say hi, and just I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So I'll say adios.